I'm the Virgo Queen, here to awaken the divine consciousness. As you know, I usually do Mother Peace and astrological readings, and this video I wanted to clarify some more about soul contracts and our connection to the beloved. So this question is coming up because of this new moon in Libra when we're calling in our true love. And our true love has so many faces and so many different concepts around what that really means. So first I want to begin with this idea of twin flames. For the past couple years, actually, we have been in the season of twin flames, they call it, is because what we're doing as a soul is calling in our better half for this idea of wholeness. And so long ago, in ancient traditions, it was considered that they believed that as one soul came in, it split into two. And when that second half was met, it meant that they were supposed to go together as twin flames to rise in consciousness. And what that means is that they practice the tools of meditation, tantra, astrology, tarot, and what they did is they helped each other be able to seek enlightenment or that higher state of consciousness in the physical being. But what would happen is that one would accelerate at a higher level and then choose a new form. So usually the physical body would die and the soul would continue into a new life form. And the other one would stay and continue the practice until they too reach that higher level of consciousness. And so this very big fantasy of finding the one or finding that someone is actually in our ancient DNA and part of our consciousness. And so when I talk about divine consciousness, it means that it is whole, that it is the both masculine and feminine consciousness. So both of the giver and the receiver. And so this idea of twin flames or finding the one or true love is actually with energy, with a consciousness. A lot of things of what we call the beloved. And when we talk about soulmates is when it means as a soul that there are people that have been with us through each lifetime. And so we have mates that can be actually friends, family, pets. It can also be a whole tribe. And how we can find those people, a lot is through looking through astrology, where we can identify Pluto, which is actually our soul and what we're embodying here. And also Chiron, the wound, because as souls, we all have a contract. So this physical being that we are currently in is a manifestation of what our soul chose to experience in this life. And so before we've even come into this physical body, we have a contract with ourself and with the divine of the things that we need to learn in order to evolve to the next consciousness. So this idea that there is the one, or when we're talking about twin flames. Now, when we do meet people that are one twin flame, some people are able to keep that relationship and some people are not, because twin flame energy is very powerful, because what it means, it's you're matching, you're looking into the mirror of yourself but in your shadow. And so when you come together, you can actually accelerate spiritually. But if you do not have the right tools or the grounding, that it can kind of spin the physical world into another tale. And so this idea of twin flames is very important for our spiritual evolution, but it is more better when it is supported. So through a spiritual counselor or a tribe that is also experiencing twin flames, but it is not actually the person that we cultivate our life plan with. It's not someone that is considered our life partner or a soulmate, because they're just here to wake us up, is the idea. And soulmates, our soul tribe, are people that we actually experience our life together. So when we're calling in our true love, we're truly calling in that aspect of ourselves that's going to bring us more deep into our reality, into our life work, our soul purpose. And that brings me to the bigger part of what really is a life partner and what is a true love relationship in this kind of era. Because how this is best described is that the love, this beloved, the feeling that we're constantly connected and this ideal relationship is actually energy, like I said, a consciousness that we as souls remember, because this is what we come from. So, right, it's like when you find partners, it's like, oh, it's like I've returned home. And that's exactly what we're wanting to experience, but in a physical relationship. So the idea is that that beloved energy never dies, and it chooses people in our lives through which we have contracts with. So what that means is that beloved energy, the person that you had a crush on when you were younger, or your high school love or college love, and now the person that either you're married to or in partnership, that love is exactly the same love that was always there before. That love actually never died. And that what we're choosing now is that it's through a contract. So the beloved, once that contract is finished with that individual person, then it moves on. And so then there's that without that, like, oh my God, I've lost that love. I will never have that love again. But in truth, that love continues and then leads you through a new journey until you find another contract to engage in. And so that's why a lot of divorces and all these aspects are just because as a soul, we've chosen that to experience the contract perhaps in many different people. And then there's some that have a contract with someone for 30 or 40 years. And of course, there's all these different conditioning and cultural expectations, and, well, the ego. The ego also makes a choice. Sometimes we do find a soulful contract that we ideally could be with for the rest of our lives, yet our ego or self-sabotaging or traumatic experiences, well, demolish it. And so then the beloved choose again another contract. So that's why there's this kind of cycle in which we have these patterning, because that pattern is the wound and the experience that we've come to heal. And so a lot of what the beloved does is that it gives you time with people to experience this self-healing, but also this time alone, because ideally we are in our own hero's journey. So our self-healing process is important. But there's only so much that we can do. As we learn from this twin flames, is that we still need the other to actually become whole. And so that's where this huge feeling, if you ask really anyone who wants this true love and this true being in their life, there's all sorts of different ways to love, and we all have our own magical ways. And the point is that if we just understand that the beloved is in all our relationships and that we chose these contracts, and it's up to us to surrender to them and to say yes and no, and to ultimately believe that we are here to evolve and to grow together. And it's through this self-awareness that we're able to come back out into the world and experience it with each other. And now in this time of Jupiter in Libra, we are all about relationships and partnerships. And so really choosing the ones that are part of your soul contract, your purpose. And how do you find that? Well, you got to know your purpose. And you can know your purpose by going down and listening to your heart, or also get an astrological reading and get more in depth, because that is the key to opening the doorway and to knowing that you are forever loved within the essence of your DNA, and that never leaves you and will always be there for you. So during this time of this new moon in Libra, when you think of your true love and what you really want to experience in this life, ask, how do I want to feel every day in this partnership? What are the things that I want to experience? How do I want to wake up in the morning? How do I want to fall asleep? How do I want to live with this other person? And what do I need to heal in myself? And those questions will lead you to a bigger vision and a clear answer on how to move forward. So be brave, dear hearts. There's this wild journey that we are on. And if you need any support, you can contact me at www.innerdoorways.com. Have a beautiful day.